this thing right here, to some of us, this is everything. It's where we spend our time, it's how we feel connected, it's the way that we talk to people. A lot of us, we follow people that we've never even met before. We know a lot about them, but we don't actually even know them. Why? Like, what do we actually get from it? Does it make us feel more important? Is it because we feel more connected? Is it because we're afraid we're missing something? What's the thing that drives us to our phones every day? What's the thing that causes us to want to continue to be there and spend so much time on it? I think where we spend our time shows what we value most.
Maybe 4 or 5 hours on social media, honestly.
5, 6 hours.
30 minutes in the morning and in the afternoon after I'm done with work. Probably like another 2 hours.
I would say maybe 10 hours.
Probably upwards of 7 or 8.
So I use it for like most of my day. Like when I want to hang out with people, like I would go to Snapchat first.
Snapchat.
Streaks, man. 1 snap a day and you can have multiple streaks. We're talking like some kids that I know have like 30 streaks or more.
I mean, if you're doing something like fun or interesting, you want people to see it. Like if you're not posting about it, then you're not really doing it.
What would it look like if we didn't spend so much time on our phones? Like if we totally just unplugged? I wanted to find out what would happen. So I challenged hundreds of kids all across the country to take a digital detox. From freshman to senior, from athlete to musician, from cheerleader to school leader, I challenged everybody to delete all of their apps for 30 days. I'm talking completely unplug for 30 days and do a digital detox. It was really difficult for a lot of these students. Could you do it? So for those of you that deleted all your apps, tell me like what you learned. Like, did you hate it, love it? Like, I want to hear your thoughts.
Honestly, it gives me so much more time to do the things that I do because I am a student athlete. So, I mean, it gave me more time to practice, go to the gym, do things that I like.
There's a thing called FOMO, fear of missing out, and I think we all have a problem with it. If you don't see it first and people are talking about it, you're missing out.
The digital detox is officially over. How do you guys feel?
I feel amazing.
You're stoked it's done?
Yeah.
So tell me, what was the hardest part?
Not having social media.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're actually addicted to your phone?
Yeah.
Like you actually feel addicted
I
to
feel like I'm glued on my phone all the time.
Like the first couple days, my finger like kept wanting to click on apps that weren't there. It was so weird. I'd be like, oh wait.
And I'd click and I'd be like, oh yeah, I don't have that app.
If we just took it away completely, like what would happen?
I'd be in shock.
All right, so the moment of truth is, how many of you guys actually did it for 30 days? And how many of you guys cheated? Who cheated? All right, you three, so tell me why. Why didn't you make it? What happened?
I took the challenge at first, and then they all talked me into it, so I took the challenge, and I failed right away, because I downloaded Snapchat right away.
So you were able to literally delete the Snapchat app for 1 hour?
Yeah, I don't know why, yeah. I was just like, gonna kind of be like, oh, like I was gonna tell people that I was gonna delete it, and then I just did it again.
So walk me through like what the best and worst moments of not having your apps were.
I had noticed like right when it started, a lot of my friends who didn't understand why I was doing it, they would get mad at me because like I broke the streak or whatever. I just started having a lot more down-to-earth conversations with them, and I'd like hung out with them more in person rather than always talking to them over Snapchat.
Think about how much time you've spent on your phone in the last 30 days. How much time have you spent on your phone just today? I want to do some math for you really quick. They say that high school students spend an average of 5 hours a day on their phone consuming content on social media. That means if you get your smartphone in 6th grade, all the way until the time you graduate college, 11 years, you will have spent over 20,000 hours on your phone consuming other people's lives on social media. And when you spend that much time online consuming other people's lives, you don't have any time to create for yourself. I think you're one of the two. You're either consuming or you're creating. If you're gonna spend that much time on social media, why not create something? Do something positive.
Hi, my name's Hunter Rodenslavman, and social media is used in a lot of different ways, but I chose to use it positively. Growing up, I got to watch my mom unfortunately go through a lot of different battles of cancer. And it was amazing to me just watching my mom go through that and watching her the way that she lived her life, because she was always striving to help other people. After my mom passed away, I wanted to keep my mom's legacy alive. And so when I was 12 years old, I created a Twitter account called Athlete Nation. And within the first month of me creating that account, I'd gathered over 10,000 followers. And the account today has over 70,000 followers, and it's really taken off, and I've been able to use my platform on social media to do some really awesome things. and to make a difference in a lot of people's lives. One message in particular I got just a couple weeks ago, and he told me that a couple years ago he was going through some really hard times, and there was a lot of times where he was, struggling to find hope to push on. And so every single day he would get on Twitter and he would open up his timeline and he'd scroll down and he'd come across a tweet of mine, and he told me from whatever I put out that day, he would find inspiration to push on another day. I think what's awesome about social media is that it gives us all an opportunity to do things like that, to allow our voices to be heard. And if we use social media in a purposeful way to do that, I think we can change the world for the better.
The question isn't, is social media good or bad? The question is that where you find your value? We all know it means way more to have someone give you a compliment in real life than online. It means way more to have a meaningful conversation with a friend than it does to have them tweet at you. We all know that having real life interaction matters more. And I think you guys have so much more to offer than the perfect selfie or a well-crafted tweet. But some of you spend so much time paying attention to everyone's life because you're afraid you're missing out. So you consume celebrities' lives, you pay attention to all the drama that's happening on Twitter because you're terrified you're going to miss something. And the reality is, you are missing something. You're missing out on creating for yourself, creating stories, creating moments that matter, creating experiences with your friends. I think it's time that some of you stop consuming everyone else's life and start creating your own.